Have you ever wondered why some print-on-demand businesses just take off like crazy while some other ones maybe take longer to get traction? Well, what if the lines between success and failure were thinner than you think, and common mistakes were the only things that were holding you back? So today we're going to uncover these pitfalls and then turn them into stepping stones for your success. So in the bustling world of print on demand, small mistakes can have big consequences. And I don't say big consequences in terms of anything bad can happen, but there are things that you can do that will potentially help you make more sales. I can't say anything standard or blah, blah, insert all the disclaimers here, but there are certainly missteps that if you don't take them, they can increase your likelihood of getting sales. So we're going to dive deep here into this topic, dissect some common errors, and then turn them into lessons for growth. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw from my experience here of my own 7-figure print-on-demand business, some of the other things that I've seen with other people, and just having helped many people navigate this industry. So I've seen a pattern of errors, especially when people are inside my low-hanging course, that entrepreneurs make over and over again. So today I want to kind of pour this knowledge into this video specifically for you. So if we haven't met yet, I am Rachel Rofe, founder of Low Hanging System and Custom Happy, and I've transformed my passion for print on demand into a thriving business, and I've been just dedicating myself to share kind of what's working for me with others like you. So let's go into some of these different kind of mistakes. I actually have made a post about this inside Low Hanging System, so I'm just going to use that as a little bit of a script here. So for the low-hanging model specifically, I know there's a bunch of different kind of print-on-demand models, but for my model specifically, the low-hanging one, I would say the first mistake is making designs that are too fancy. So the way that I like to do it is keep things as simple as possible. I don't like to do images and fancy designs. I want to do kind of designs that are as mass market as possible. So if you've seen my other videos, you know I like to keep it to just black text on a white, like on a white mug or a product or something. It doesn't need to be mugs. If you're in low hanging, you hear me say all the time, keep it more simple, more simple. So I think a lot of people still create really fancy designs, or they think it has to be more complicated than in my experience it is. So my sales, and I know even there's certain people low hanging that do it a little bit differently, but I've made well over 40,000 sales on Etsy, and then I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of sales on Amazon. And while I do have products that have images, I really like to stick with text first. And then you can always scale to images later, because every single time you have a new element on a product, it gives someone a reason to not purchase it. So what do I mean by that? If you have a product, let's say that has red text, someone might look at it, like I'm thinking like a shirt, someone might look at it and say, I don't like red, that's too aggressive, right? Or maybe you have a picture of a pit bull on a product, and the pit bull has blue eyes, but someone is looking at it as buying it as a gift, or maybe for their own pit bull, but the pit bull that they want to buy it for, or like, you know, the owner, their pit bull has brown eyes. And so they might not buy it because blue eyes, brown eyes is not the same exact thing. And it's just like every single new element that you do, that you add, besides the just black text, it's introducing a reason for someone to possibly not like it and not purchase. Now, do intricate designs get bought? Yes. But for my model, the low-hanging model, we want mass market, get lots of different people. And a lot of times, if you look at the best-selling mugs on Amazon, especially, a lot of them are black text. Now, is that the case 24/7? No, I'm sure there's going to be exceptions to anything I say, but definitely starting with that. What I like to do is start with a very, very general black text on a product, and then after I start making sales in a niche, is when I'll start introducing images and stuff, and I'll start scaling up and trying some new things. So that's number one. Number two, just scrolling down on my post here, getting over innovative with your designs. So when I say that, I mean, with the low-hanging model, we're going after people that are already typing on Amazon or Etsy, and they're saying, this is what I want to buy. Like, I want a funny knitting mug, or a funny gift for scrapbooking lovers, or something like that, right? So that's what they're typing, that's what they want. And so we need to give them what they're looking for. What I find a lot of people want to do is make products that they think are funny, but no one's searching for them. And so the business model here isn't to try to advertise in front of people and to then like convince someone of buying something. That's just not the way that our business model works. Our business model is people are typing in, they say they want something, give it to them. So you have to give them what they're looking for, not try to create things that nobody said that they wanted, if that makes sense. If we were doing like Facebook ads and we were going to pay a whole bunch of money and try to get our designs in front of people, that's one thing, but we're not. We're just going to where they are already. And so we really want to be able to give them what they're looking for. You're making your designs, not necessarily do something that you think is funny. I mean, if it's funny, great, but you want to make sure like the majority of people would get it really fast. Because sometimes I see people doing the most to like make a funny phrase or something that requires a bit of thought. But you have to remember when people are scrolling, let's say someone's on Etsy, they're scrolling, they're giving each listing like 5 seconds to just like, not even a couple seconds. They either get it or they don't. They're scrolling, everything's small on the cell phone, which is where a lot of people are shopping. And so you want something that's instantly understandable. You don't want to have this kind of like nebulous funny phrase or something. This is why simple designs usually do the best, because people get it really fast, they laugh, they buy. So when I say like things that you might think are too funny, like just getting really detailed with the jokes, or just if someone can't understand it immediately, like keep it moving basically. Another mistake that people can make is not using keywords in your titles. And so you want to, the things that people are typing in order to find your products, you want to make sure you're using them in your titles. And so obviously in the course, Low Hanging, we go through that in a lot more detail. If you're in the Facebook group, use that. You can't just say, I mean, you can, but it probably won't work if you have just the phrase that's on the product inside your title. So let's say you have here's a phrase on a mug. If you just have the name of the phrase on the title, if no one's searching for that phrase, then it's never going to get found. So you want inside your titles the things that people would be searching for before they found you. So I would say those are some of the biggest things. And then the other thing, make new products, because it really just becomes, in my experience, a numbers game. As long as you keep on listing new things, eventually it's very, again, insert all the disclaimers here. I can't, say for everybody or whatever, but my experience has shown that the more you list, just the more market feedback you get, and just kind of numbers go in your favor, So I would say keep listing, and that could certainly be really helpful as well. So of course, knowing these mistakes, it's just the first step. So the next is to implement your best practices to avoid them. So focus on continuous learning, continuous testing. If you're inside the Facebook group for a low-hanging system, make sure that you ask questions. We're super duper helpful in there, committed to your success really. And remember, of course, that these are the principles that I've been using for a really long time, and I've seen them work time and time again. So now that you're aware of these kind of pitfalls, I feel like you're better equipped to navigate the exciting world of print on demand. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share, and together we can build fun, sustainable print-on-demand businesses that are built on the essentials that actually work. So, hope this helps, and see you on the next one.